it's just an idea. Yeah. That works in both. I asked him this morning. Yeah, I don't want to have yeah, it's true. I think what he said. Yeah, not necessarily works for the West. I don't think it is. I don't think it's a problem that they're not in China. So.
Teacher, please. Hola.
A drink? Or are you okay? Would you like anything?
I think I'm very
You're fine.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Okay, we'll start. Miss Connie, would you like to do the honors? Sangye Shindu Mete Uagi Roku Namda Shinla Chepasho Hiram Guru Rana Mandala Kamhiyatayami Chedan Soki Chonamla Chanchu Padu Dadni ki chanyen ki pesanam ki dola penche sangye rupasho chedan soki chonam la chanchu padu dani kapsuchi daki chenye ki pesanam ki Nola penche sanghe dupasho chedan soki chonam la chanchu padu nikya suchi daki chenye ipe sanam ki Nona penche sangye dupasho shogi shogi. Are you ready with that BAL thing? Okay. So in August, I'm going to be DCI team's going to be in China and Guangzhou, and the Indonesia team, which is Sugang Shi and his wife Shintian Shi, they are really doing amazing, and they're in 6 cities now, and they have big teams, and they're doing great trainings. And so last year I agreed to go to Borobudur, which is a very holy Buddhist pyramid in Indonesia. And then they asked me if I would come again. And I said, I don't have time. There's no time in the schedule. It's at home time. So they said, what do we have to do to take your at home time? I said, you cannot. It's owned by Veronica. Then they went to her. And some kind of negotiation happened. And at the same time, Adam and Katie were negotiating with Veronica to help marry them in France just after that. So it ended up that I'm going to Bali for 2 days, right? And the subject will be Wheel of Life, Advanced Wheel of Life. We're working on a book. We've translated. I've worked on all of Vasubandhu's commentary to the Wheel of Life, which is huge. And I did a rough translation, and then Sugang is his translation. He's on the translator team. His translation is also Wheel of Life from a deeper debate format, from the monastic textbooks from the 1400s. So anyway, he'll be teaching from his book, and he's a very fine teacher. And he's very popular in Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And so he'll be teaching, and then I'll be teaching. And the main subject is probably something like health issues, like how to improve your health with DCI philosophy, but also how to improve your business and your investment for your children, things like that. How you help your children and your parents. So you're welcome to come. My main motivation is to serve for those 2 days in Bali, but you're very welcome to come. I think it's very cool what they're doing. It's the largest Muslim country in the world. It's 250 million Muslims. It's the 3rd or 4th largest country in the world. And what they're doing is amazing. So last time we had quite a lot of fun there, So if you're into that kind of thing where you spend money to go bake on a desert sands of a beach for fun, you're welcome to come, okay? All right, talk to Jenny Wong if you're interested, okay? She's in charge of Singapore and other countries. All right, let's go to the Lam Rim, okay? I feel kind of sleepy. I'm supposed you do too. I can't think of any way to make it more fun. Let's talk about suffering. Something to do with the yoga class I had today. Yeah, you had to watch the kid, right? That was unfortunate. I could have watched the kid. Which is more sorry. I'll take Kendra. Okay, we're at Rang Re Ne, right? Rang Re Ne, I think. Yeah, good. He's continuing the metaphor from, welcome, Mr. Daniel, from Maitreya, right? Uttara Tantra, about medicine, comparing the four truths to being sick, okay? Rang Re Ne Ki Na Wake Up De Gyu Ngu Sung Ne. So when you're sick, when something happens, you try to figure out why. Did I eat something? Or, okay, why did I get sick today? I haven't been sick for months, and now suddenly I'm sick. So we try to figure out why we're sick. Ngosung, we try to identify the cause. Gyu ngosung. Gyu de chupe chir, and then this is the chur in Dorje Chupa, which means to cut, like diamond cutter, sutra. So this chur means how do you eliminate the cause? How do you cut off the cause? And to do that, we take medicine. So medicine is supposed to eliminate the cause. If you guys have jet lag, you have to turn around before you yawn. Okay. So the great fifth Dalai Lama, who built the Potala Palace, basically, he said, he was a great philosopher, and he compared it to water leak in your house, okay? And Tang Dewa Nyawet say, you're relaxing on the ground, okay? In Tibet, it would be in a meadow near a stream. You lay down in the grass, okay? And say, Oktu Chu Shorwa. Shorwa means accidental occurrence of things. Like Gyalpa Kashor, it slipped out of the king's mouth. Yeah. You know this story. It means when you want to take time off your job to go to Diamond Mountain, you wait till your boss is in a really good mood. And then you say, he says, how's the sales for the diamonds? You say, it's really well. And he goes, that's great. Then you make your reservations, and then you tell him a couple of weeks later you're leaving for Diamond Mountain. He says, what? You said, you said I could go. Gyalpo Kashor means it slipped out of your mouth. So here's slipped, shorwa, okay? It also means to lose a game. Okay, Kangne Shorwa. So you have to find out. Then suddenly your blanket's all wet. You're having a picnic in a meadow, and suddenly the blanket's all wet, and your butt's all wet, and you have to go looking for where's the water coming from. Okay. If you come home and there's a big puddle of water in your kitchen, automatically you would start looking under the sink or something. You see? You would look for the source of the water, okay? And then you get some desire to turn it off, okay? Gak means here, it's like gok, to turn it off, okay? That's how the fifth Dalai Lama said, okay? So the third meditation you can do this week, if you choose to do these meditations, in your reading is number 3, and there's people trying to fix a leak. Okay? I think, right? Okay. So the idea is when you have pain in your life, you should be curious where it's coming from. Okay? When things go wrong in your relationship or your health, there's a problem, or you're not getting what you want in life, you should try to find out the cause of the problem. Okay? That's scientific method, right? Dena dunya ki nele tarwe tabla zumbala dunya ki giran del gula. In the same way that you would try to get free, tarwa here means free, from sickness, you should also try to get free from samsara, right? And you should work on finding the cause, okay? De kewala dunya ki gyud se chupaga. This se chupa doesn't mean cut. This se chupa is an idiom, okay, Adam? And it means to investigate, okay? So it's not evident. You won't find it in a dictionary. Se chupa means you should go around and try to figure out why this is happening. Your boyfriend is doing bad things, or you don't feel well, or you don't have energy, or whatever. Then you should try to find the cause, okay? To get the desire to find the cause for your problems, you gotta understand that you have a problem, okay? Like getting old, okay? All right? You have to understand the first truth in order to look for the second truth. You have to understand you are dying now in this room before you will look for the cause, okay? So he's going to quote Gyaltsen Rinpoche. Who's that? Gyaltsen Kapa. And this is a beautiful piece by Gyaltsen Rinpoche called Nyamgur. Nyamgur means the song of my own spiritual experience, the song of my own life. He reveals his own spiritual life, okay, in a poem, in a song. And it's Dukdenye Meksamla Mabena, Tapatinya, Geshe Michael, Kujun Kowe Juri, Masana, Kowe Tsawa Chutsu Mishipe, Sileng Engine, Geshe Tambadon Kowe, Jang Kangi Chingba Shipa Che, very famous, okay? People memorize it when they're kids in the monastery. Then they go out on the porch and scream it in the evening together. And they have competitions. The kids from our house scream across the road to the baby monks at the other house, and whoever's loudest is the champion of the monastery. Okay. If you don't make some effort to think about the problems of the first truth, okay? Mainly getting old, dying, many problems. We're going to have a list, okay? Tarpa dunya jishin mikeshin. You will not even want to get free. There's a famous expression in the Lamrim: if you don't realize you're in a jail, you will never make plans to break out. Okay? Kunjung kowe jurim masamna. Now he refers to the Kunjung Demba, which is what? The truth of the source, with the word rim, like lam rim, okay? Yeah, you have to know the process of the source, not just the source. The source has its own parts, right? The leak in your house has, there's the outside place where the water gets into the roof. There's the roof that it travels across. There's the break in the ceiling where the water finally finds a place to come down. And there's rimpas, okay, like lam rim, steps, to the source, okay? You gotta break down the steps of the source, okay? Rimba masamna, korowetsawa mishipe. If you don't break down the source into its pieces, you won't be able to get out of the cycle, okay? Siling engine kyoshe tembadang. So try to develop some kind of concern for what's happening to you before it's too late to do anything. Okay, the paradox is you don't get serious about your spiritual practice until you start to get old. And when you get old, you can't do anything. So it's only younger people who can meditate for long hours. And you know, before you reach a certain age, you got to put in the time to get out of the cycle. But you don't want to, because you're not old yet. But if you wait till you get old, then you can't sit for an hour and meditate, because your hips hurt. Okay, got it? So it's the paradox of life. So on strictly observation, you have to do something now. What's observation mean? You have to see what's happening to the hairline of the 60-year-olds when you're 30, you see? And you got to have the intelligence to say, that could be me. You know, I have time now. Don't wait till you're old and too tired to meditate, okay? Like, use your brain. Oh, I saw a picture of Geshe Michael when he was younger. Now he doesn't look like that. I'm younger. I should do but younger people never do, so don't worry about it. Korwa kangi chingba shepokche. Ching means chained. Okay, so korwa kangi chingba shepokche. You should figure out what's chaining you to the cycle. And mainly, it's not understanding the pen, okay? Mainly, it's not understanding the pen. And then he uses a strange word, che, the last word of this verse. And Seiji knows this word. Is he here? Chenzin. Dak Chenzin, Rang Chenzin. What's it mean? Rang Chenzin. Self-cherishing, okay? That's the subject of his book. Okay, that's the subject of his book. He's translating a very beautiful commentary to a very beautiful lojong. So chepa means to cherish. So Tsongkhapa's saying you should enjoy figuring out why you're here. Che, okay? The last word is very strange. It's like you should enjoy figuring out why you are chained to this suffering. Like you should kind of really take pleasure in figuring out who stuck you here, who put you in a body that's going to die, okay? And how can you get out of it, okay? How do you get out of this body? Wait. You got a pen? Just throw it in the thing here. Who put you in this body? Okay. How do you get out of this body? Right? You change how it looks, okay? Got it? You don't leave it. You change it, because it's coming from you. I'm going to give it to her. Okay. Shesung. Denshi really long rimshi mita dunga tombadakshi meshi. He lists here the 16 aspects, okay? He makes a list of the 16 aspects that we went through. And I'll just do it fast, okay? Denshi really long. Each of the 4 truths has its own aspects. The first one, Rimshin, means I'm going to tell you in the normal order. So the first one's going to be suffering. Say mita. You should just say the words for good luck, okay? Mita, dungel, tomba, dagme. 4 aspects of the first truth, okay? Mita means impermanence, dungel, suffering, tomba, empty, dagme, no self. Okay. Those are the 4 aspects of the first truth, okay? Truth of suffering. Second one, say gyu, kunjung, gen, rabke. These are the 4 aspects of the second truth. They are gyu, cause, kunjung, source, gen, factor or conditions. Rabke means pouring out. Rabdukyawa, okay? Those are the 4 aspects of the second truth. Now, here goes the third one. Ready? Gokpa, Shiva, Gyanom, Ngenjung. Gokpa, Shiva, Gyanom, Ngenjung. Gokpa Stopping. It also means garlic, so be careful. Shiva. Peace. Peace. Okay. Gyanon. I love this word. I told you this morning, but that was a long time ago. Nice. Beautiful. Hermosa. Guapa. Okay. Lindo. Okay, I'm worn out. Ngenjung means get out. Okay, get out. Got out. They all mean cessation, right? 4 aspects. Okay, here's the 4th one. Say Lam, Rigpa, Drupa, Ngenjun. Okay, Pa, Rigpa, logic, okay, or figure it, solution. Drupa, practice, okay? And Ngenjin means the trigger that gets you out, okay? It's the other side of Ngenjung. Ngenjin is the trigger, Ngenjung is the escape. It's the key to the door, okay? Ngenjin, okay? Te kecho shishiya. He just taught you the 16 aspects. You're supposed to say, oh wow, Geshe-la, we're so grateful that you did it more, you didn't just give us the 16 names, okay? No, but this is one of the greatest books of Buddhism, and he didn't tell you what they are. He just made a list, okay? It's frustrating, right? Okay. Sakche nyanagi pumba la tsawa deduk tangyam sumne. Okay. Nyanagi pumba, Nick? Not. Adam? Huh? Yeah, good. The parts of Ben that were delivered to Ben when he came out of his mom. Okay? The parts that you were given, your brain, your ears, your nose, your feelings, okay? What your mom delivered to you just before she delivered to you. Okay? That's called the Nyanagi Pumbo. The parts you took on when you were born. And they are sakche. Stanley knows this. Sakche. Chunam sache saba men lama tope dujunam sache kanche dera la sanam kuni ge bagyo samen langi demba danduma chen sunyante nanka dani kopani dela nanka mati pao. Opening lines of the Abhidhamma Kosha. Sakche means impure. Okay, impure. Vimala's name means Sakme in Tibetan. Vimala means no impurity. Her name means no, and malo in Sanskrit, as in Spanish. See, bad, impure. She's Vimalo. Vim means no malo. So she's perfect. But Sakche means malo. Imperfect, okay, dirty. Okay, these heaps are dirty. Why? Blood, bone, flesh, has to wrinkle, has to break, has to bleed. These are not very cool. Factory defect from the factory. Okay? It's not going to last. Okay, it's hopeless. You can do yoga all you want. Okay, I shouldn't have done yoga today. Okay, I was trying to be a nice guy. Okay, Sachin Yonagi Pupala. So generally, the feelings that you have are divided into 3 or 5. Here's the division into 3. Dewa, Dungyo, and Tangyo. Yeah, pleasure, pain, and neutral feeling, okay? By the way, as we learned in Buddhist psychology, it never stops. Your capacity of feeling is always going. You're always feeling something even if you're not aware of it, okay? You're always having pain, or you're always having pleasure, or you're always feeling neutral, okay? But it never stops. After you're born, the button is never turned off. Feeling is going in a flow. And that's one of the problems of life, okay? Of those three, Tangyom Sum Le, okay, of those three, Sakcheki Dungyaki Dunya, we recognize normally the first kind of suffering, Dungyaki Dunya. Yeah, obvious pain, outright pain, manifest pain, okay? Headache, backache, boyfriend broke up with you. These are pain. Any idiot can see it. But, he says, but, matok, shen yi la dunya yemba mishe. So of course we are aware that pain is pain. Headache is pain. You don't have to be a Buddhist philosopher to know that a headache is pain. So why the relationship we're supposed to have with the first truth? What's the first truth? Pain. What's the relationship we're supposed to have with it? You know that you're having it. Then he's like, duh, you don't know when you have a headache? You don't know when your boyfriend just broke up with you? What's wrong with you? And then Pabonka says, we're not talking about pain. We're talking about the other two kinds of pain, are things you have to figure out, okay? So the part of the first truth that you have to figure out is the second two kinds of pain, not the first one. What's the second one? Change. What's the senshi? The classic example. A good meal at Cucina Rustica. Moscato, right? That's my new favorite restaurant, Camp Verde. Me and Phil hang out there. You're taking me out, right? Having a nice meal at the only good restaurant within 100 miles is suffering, okay? Even the nice meal is suffering because you'll be hungry 6 hours later, okay? You'll be very hungry 6 hours later. So it's pain. A nice meal is pain, okay? Got it? Is that something we didn't know was happening? Or we didn't think about it much? Yeah. So that's an example of the first truth, okay? What's the third kind of suffering? Yeah, it's called pervasive. It means built into you, built into your body, okay? It was put into your body when you were born, okay? Your body's getting older every day, okay? Moment by moment. Okay. I saw Ted Lemon. He was a student here 10 years ago. And we did this thing when you meet somebody after 10 years, you're like, God, you look great. And in your mind, you're like, God, he looks terrible. And then he's thinking that about Geshe Michael also. I mean, he got all gray and everything. And then you're like, oh, you look just the same. And, it doesn't happen in one day. It happens every second, okay? So that condition is the third kind of suffering, okay? It's our human condition to get old and die, okay? Nobody has to do anything to you, okay? Baby in the vault, in DCI. You can take a baby, you can feed them health food all day, you can have them do yoga, you can make sure they don't get any problems in their life, and they will still get old and die from the inside, okay? All right, but we don't understand. Now he's got some very interesting examples of these kinds of suffering, okay? Of people who didn't understand they were suffering. He's got, I think, 2 examples, okay? Here's the first one. Ngar Ngakpa. Notice, you Tibetan scholars, that these first 2 are hard tone. Ngar Ngakpa. They have an S in front of the Nga, okay? So you have to say high tone. Ngar Ngakpa. Ngar Ngakpa Shiki, Koranki Pume Namla, Kyotso Dukpale Nga Rangta Ringzin Shingdu Do Chocho Yinser. Ngar means once upon a time, maybe 100 years ago, there was a Ngakpa. Yeah, tantric practitioner, okay? Person who was working hard on tantra, okay? Shiki, Korangi Pume Namla, and he had several partners, female partners. So he was talking to them, I think it was 3 or something. And he said to them one day, Kyutso dupale, you know, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want you to be sad. So I'm not going to my tantric heaven yet, because I would have to leave, and you would be left alone, and you guys would be sad. So I'm gonna, you know, because I don't want you to feel bad, I'm not going to my tantric heaven yet, because I don't want you guys to feel lonely, okay? Listen, you know, otherwise I'm all ready to go. I could go anytime, okay? He was bragging. All right. Then they said, Jesu ngapa de ne ki tep. Later the tantrika got sick. He got cancer or something, okay? Chiwa nyewana, and he was approaching his death. Pume tsu ngakchang la ke, ngakchang la, ke ta ringsin shin tu pe cho cho re de. Oh, you know, tantric partner, you are ready to go to your tantric paradise, right? You can go anytime you want. And now we're gonna be sad. You're leaving us. Ngakpanare, Tantrika said back to them, Ngala dupe wang mepa. Actually, I don't have any choice. I would like to stay, and I can't. He was confessing that he didn't really have power to go to paradise. You know, he says, actually, I would rather stay with you guys, but I would rather stay with you guys. But I have to die. I don't have choice, okay? So he understood, finally, he didn't have a choice, okay? Supposedly he had power to go to his heaven, but he didn't, okay? And then supposedly he was staying so they wouldn't be sad, but actually he was staying because he would be sad. Understand? That's what men do. You know that. Okay. Atsara manu tamgyutar ranchaki korla kipo dut nyamne chapale dunya ki rashin chendumishe. Atsara here means the Sanskrit word acharya, okay, master, Buddhist master. His name was Manu. He lived in the time of Atisha, okay, Lord Atisha, exactly 1,000 years ago. Tamgyutar, like his story, as we hear in his story, Rangchaki Korwala Kipo Dugnyamne, actually, most of us are pretty happy with samsara. You know? I mean, we kind of would like to be here. Okay, when you are honest with yourself, okay, and we don't realize the trouble we're in, you know, we think it's not so bad. You know, there's good coffee here, you know, okay. By the way, coffee is not samsara, okay. It's your relationship to coffee, which is samsara, okay, and it's not. You know, to have a partner is not samsara. It's your view, right? If you think it's coming from their side, you're in samsara. If you have gone to DCI, you're not really so much in samsara anymore. Because being in samsara means you don't know how to change your reality by working on your seeds. That's what samsara means. Samsara is not this place, okay? This is not samsara. Samsara is not knowing about seeds. And then you can't control what's going to happen, okay? If you can control what happens, you're not in samsara anymore. Understand? It's not a place. Got it? Okay. So he didn't tell you the story of Mr. Manu, Master Manu. So I went and got it for you. Yay! Okay. And this is in Geshe Gyaltsen's Lamrim, okay? And I'm just going to read it to you, okay? You don't have my notes in there, right? Okay. Ngan jo shigne kudung shengbe atsara Manu Sarwashik Yupa. So in the time when Atisha had come to Tibet from India, okay, Lord Atisha, and he had already passed away, and they were building his kudung. Kudung means his tomb. Okay, there's a very famous tomb, supposed to be on the Chinese, like around Chengdu or something. Near Chengdu, there's a famous. No, it's one of the two brothers from Nepal, Pamtingbas, yeah. And they buried him with his tantric partner. And it's a very beautiful tomb. Anyway, they were building a tomb for Atisha. And this person named Manu, Master Manu, it was the 15th lunar day of the month, which means a full moon. Okay, today is the 30th, black moon. 15th is the full moon. He was standing outside at dusk, looking up at the full moon and crying. Mr. Manu. Okay, Geshe Shigi Kyochila Murtibe. Then there was a Geshe there. Okay, 1,000 years ago, Geshe was more like, it wasn't a degree, it was like a master, just a general master, okay? So the Geshe said to him, why are you crying? And he said, back where in my home state, so he had traveled to study with Atisha, right? Back home, back in Rimrock, this is the night when they do the dancing. This is the full moon night of the spring or something, and we always have a dance. And I'm not there. I'm stuck here. Okay, he was crying. Then the Geshe said, he was from Nepal. Ni kan dam. Dam means to choose, okay? And the Geshe replied, if you had a choice right now between becoming a Buddha or going back to Nepal to dance with those ladies in the spring festival dance, which would you choose? I'd rather go back to Nepal. Which reminds me of the famous story of the two flies sitting on a piece of shit in Lhasa. And then they're like eating poop, right? And they're like, you heard about this Buddhahood thing? Yeah. Would you want to go to Buddha paradise? No way. Why? I heard there's no poop there. Okay, same thing. Then the Kadampa teachers in those days, they used to tell this story. And they said, actually, most of us would rather go back to Nepal and do the dancing with the ladies, but we're too intelligent to admit it to the other monks. You see what I mean? So it's not uncommon that people in their hearts would rather be in samsara, okay, than be a Buddha, okay? And that's partly why we're still here. Sangzu Dripaying. We are veiled. We have a veil of our misperception of what's beautiful. Okay, what we think is beautiful is not beautiful, but it blocks us. Got it? Okay. So what's your relationship to the source of suffering? You should drop it. Get rid of it. Stop doing it. Kunjinla, the source of suffering has two divisions. You guys know already. Karma and negative emotions, okay? Led kunjunla, leke kunjunta, nyomo bi kunjun. So we call it karma source and negative thought source, okay? These are the two sources of pain, okay? Karma and negative thoughts. Dungya dan tawe debu chani go dendang. This is a very, very important use of the word cha, which means bufan, part. Cha means part, okay? The Tibetan word cha means part, like first part, second part, third part, okay? And in definitions, it's extremely important that a translator should understand the use of the word cha, okay? So cha means a condition, okay? Which can cover an unchanging thing, okay? Understand? The fact that, cha. So it doesn't mean part in philosophy. In this usage, this special usage of the word cha means the condition or the state. Okay, so you should know, or else you're going to translate it wrong. Okay, so in a definition, an author will cover themselves with the word cha, because it means state, which could mean emptiness. Okay, got it? And they use the word for part. This is for the translators. Okay, which is why all the translators should come to the Lam Rim, and you should poke pins in the ones who are not here, or something bigger. So Debu Cha means the resulting condition, Debu Cha, in which you are free from suffering, is the definition of Gokten. It's the definition of the third truth, okay? The condition of being free from suffering is the definition of the third truth. Okay, got it? They didn't want to say Debu. They wanted to say Debu Cha, resulting condition. Because then it can be forever. Because it's a separation. Got it? Okay? Gokten de Topcheki Tapsu Gyurpe Cha, the condition of something which helps you achieve that stopping of suffering is called the path, the truth of the path. That's a definition of truth of the path, okay? What gets you to, the thing that gets you to the stopping of suffering, okay? Is the definition of path, okay? Gokten topala namden nyamsa langne topgo. To get to the third truth, you have to practice the fourth truth, okay? Dena dunya shepa chala lamrim chamole sumbe dunya gedang. Then he does his big segue. Okay? Segue is an English word meaning he bridges to the next subject. And it's kind of artificial. Or maybe not. Okay? He says, oh, and if that's the case, okay, and if we're supposed to know that we are suffering, but we don't know, okay? We don't really realize how bad things are, okay? So maybe we should study all the divisions of suffering, okay? Let's go to the Lamrim Chemu. The Great Lamrim by Jetsun Kappa, okay? 2,000 pages, something. So I don't remember, 1,000 pages, 1,000-page faces. Let's go there and we'll study the Dungyal Ge, the Dungyal Druk, and the Dungyal Sum. Ge means 8 kinds of suffering, Druk means 6 kinds of suffering, and Sum means 3. Nice. Something happened to her brain, I don't know, like 6 months ago. Whatever it is, tell us. Are you drinking something? Or her English went like boom. So so there are 3 choices you have in the Lam Rim when you want to meditate on the different kinds of suffering. You have 3 choices. You can take the 8, you can take the 6, or you can take the 3. Ge mi dungel de du. The 8 are all specifically me, human, relate to humans, not so much the animals or yidoks or hell beings. The list of 8 sufferings is specific to humans, okay? Mi dungel to do. Soon, Kyaba Duche Ki Dungel to do. The division into three is really a division, is really included into the third of the three sufferings. The human condition. What do you call it? Pervasive. The human condition, okay? So when you study the three kinds of suffering, these are sufferings that every human being has, all the time. You are suffering now. I just had an extraordinary Indian chai that Adriana made me, and I was in heaven for like 5 minutes. But during that time, I was getting older, and my body was breaking down more, okay? And all the muscles that Kendra pulled and popped out, don't tell her, okay? So the three kinds of suffering are actually all variations on the third kind of suffering. Got it? The one we have all the time, okay? But the 8 are specifically human, okay? Sorry, yeah. So actually, he's going to go through the 6, and then he's going to go through the 8, and the 3 you already know, okay? So he's going to go through the 6, and then he's going to go through the 8. So we're going to go through the 6, and then we're going to go through the 8. So I'll start for good luck, okay? And then we'll take a 10-minute pee-pee break, and then we'll do idioms for 20 minutes. Because we have to do 6 every time, okay? Here we go. Di korwachi dungya sambala sabche duk. You Tibetan scholars should know the word sabche. Great. And it's an illegal pronunciation of the prefix letter of the second syllable, okay? Sabche, like dorje, okay? So sache duk means 6 parts to the outline of 6 sufferings. Here's the first one. Dambo ngepa mepa. Yeah, there's no certainty. Meaning no position you can reach is safe. No relationship you can get into is safe, okay? Nothing's safe. Everything can change in a minute. Everything can change in 5 minutes, okay? There is no insurance here. There's no guarantee about anything, okay? Then he'll start giving examples, okay? So this is the first of the 6 kinds of human suffering. There's no guarantees about anything. Relationships, health, financial, state of your mind. You can be mindless an hour from now. If you have my niece had a aneurysm at 21. You know, it can happen to anybody. Like that, you know. Then an hour from now you can have no mind. Okay, we don't know. Okay, so dambo ngepa mepe nyepani, reshik dendor kekyang. Technically, we have been born into one of the higher births. We are human, right? What are the 3 higher births? Human, worldly God or pleasure being, and then demigod, halfway. Okay, but but actually, it doesn't matter if you're born into a higher birth or a lower birth. It all sucks. Okay, okay. Dungya kona le mande. It's never better than that. Okay, kona le. Okay, this is the chomden de. This is the nyangen de pate. You never graduate from pain. You're always in pain. Okay. Dete korwe deki la yiten chungse kyang me. There are no guarantees in this life at all. Nothing is guaranteed. Okay. Deyang se ngachi la tsuna. Let's take as our first example big non-guarantees. Okay, big non-guarantees are from life to life. Okay, what's going to happen after this life? Okay, that's the big one. We're not talking about where's your relationship going to be next week. That's also no guarantees. We're not talking about will you be able to walk next week. That's also no guarantees. But in the big picture, where are you going next? And where were you before? That's totally no guarantees. Okay. Then he talks about it. Danyen pamasok gondok tu june droa, because the people you hate and the people you love keep switching life to life. Okay? Like in this life, you're in love with somebody, and in the last life, you murdered them. Okay? All right? You hate, they were your worst enemy. And in this life, they're born as your best friend. And things like that keep happening life to life, okay? People who were your parents become the people you are shooting in the war. Okay? Like that, okay? And then, of course, he has to go to the story of the fish in the backyard pond, which I have told you before. It's one of my favorite stories about no guarantees. So we're going to do it tonight, because it takes some time. I can't do it in 5 minutes. Okay? Very, very famous story about no guarantees. Okay? So we'll stop there. You take a pee-pee break. It's 4:58. I'm going to start at 5:10. I don't care if nobody's here. I'm going to start at 5:10. Okay? And we'll do idioms. Okay, go. That's not the microphone. All right. Item number 14. 13, sorry. The fourth condition for a good meditation life. What was the first one? Have your place, prepare your place. Okay, it has 5 parts. I'm not going to repeat it. What's the second one? Do it, Chung. Yeah, don't want too many things. Keep simple. Keep your life simple. What's the third one? Old jeans, old jeans. Enjoy what you have. Have a relationship with your old stuff, where you kiss them, but you love them. And your old jeans, your old shoes. You should see my old underwear. I can't show it to you, but okay. Item 13. Avoid being too busy and overstimulated. So it's very, it's called a yoga teacher disease. You're so busy teaching yoga that you never do yoga. You see what I mean? So especially DCI people, me, we have to be careful that we don't spend our whole life teaching people how to meditate and never meditating. Okay, like that, okay? So be careful with that trap, because it's very common for a lot of us in this room, okay? We all know that. So let's help each other avoid this trap. If we can do yoga together, or we can do meditation together. We have a nice thing when we drive to Diamond Mountain. We always rent a yoga room halfway, and we all do yoga together. So help each other, okay? Do your practice, all right? And then overstimulation is mainly your phone, Don't be a slave to your phone. It's supposed to serve you. You're not supposed to serve it, okay? It takes me a lot of effort not to pull it out in the toilet. I'm like, you stay in my pocket. I'm busy. He's like, yeah, but you could be checking me. And I'm like, let me have a peaceful poop, okay? Don't let me check the internet in here. Give me a break. Okay, so don't forget the phone works for you and you don't work for the phone. Okay, and it takes a lot of self-control not to get nervous. Nervously check your phone when you have nothing to do. So try to control this urge to pull it out and check it every time you have 2 minutes. Try to experience the thing called life or world or friends. Okay, like give it a little time. I know myself personally, when I come back from a DCI tour, I'm often tired and I'm often disoriented. I don't know which country I'm in. And it's very common for me that I will do too much computer, especially at night. So I think it's a good idea when your mind is not steady, when you're tired, don't go into the computer. You'll end up watching movies, or you'll end up doing stupid things, and it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll be unhappy for 2 days. You see what I mean? So when you're tired, be careful about your internet use, okay? In the evening. I have friends, Will, Duncan, they turn off their internet at 8:30, I think. And he told me, and I said, boy, that's wonderful, and I can't do it. Okay. So, but be careful of computer use at night, okay? And I read science fiction at night to calm down the reactor. And I realized I should buy the paper books. So I don't have this electro stuff in my brain, you know. So it's not very expensive. I bought like 5 science fiction books in paper, and I use paper before I go to bed, you know. When I read in the morning science fiction, I use the computer. Okay. Obviously, anyway, I don't read that much. Okay, item 14, fifth of the 6 conditions for good meditation. Don't hurt other people. Keep your morality. Okay, this is level 1 morality. What's the second level morality? Bodhisattva vows. Third level, secret vows. Okay, but especially the pratimoksha vows, the freedom vows, which Xiaoping is translating. Each translator has a different specialty, right? So anyway, don't hurt other people. Avoid hurting other people. Nobody in this room is gonna, you know, hit Ben Kramer on the head, although it might help. But your mouth is very dangerous, you know. The minute your mouth opens, something bad might happen. So, you know, be careful not to hurt other people's feelings, okay, with what you say. And be careful not to judge other people silently in your mind, okay? I was having a talk with, who was it? Hector. We were talking about how to train meditation teachers. And what's the difference between meditation that you learn here or in DCI and any place else? What's the difference? Yeah, good. Say it louder. What you're hearing in your mind now in meditation is coming from past states. Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter how you sit. It doesn't matter when you sit. It doesn't matter which meditation you choose. It doesn't matter you put your left hand down first or your right hand down first, or you put your left leg first or your right leg first, or you use a wooden seat or you use a plastic, or just, nothing matters, okay? Meditation means keeping your mind on a single object. You won't be able to do it if you haven't been nice to other people last week. Why? When you're not nice to other people last week, you plant seeds in your mind, and this week they open, those silver eggs are cracking open, and they're talking in your mind. So it doesn't matter how long you sit. You can sit for 2 hours. You can go to Diamond Mountain and live here in a retreat cabin, and you can do high tantra, 3-year retreat. And if you haven't been nice to other people, your mind will talk because the seeds are opening, okay? How quiet your mind is isn't coming from your meditation. It's coming from what you did last week, okay? And that's the big difference between the meditation you do here and anywhere else in the world, okay? And that's the foundation of the meditation studios, is to teach people that, okay? How to get a silent mind. It's not your prana and, your, what do you call it? All this stuff. It doesn't matter. If you haven't been nice to people last week, your mind will blah, blah. Because the seeds will open and say words in your mind, okay? So it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. I had a guy in my class, my Geshe class, and he could only study laying down, which is totally illegal in the monastery. Secondly, he had a Walkman, an illegal Walkman. He was playing rock and roll music all the time. And so the scriptures are these long pages, right? He's like this. And then, he used to get beat all the time. He didn't care. Teachers would beat him, He's like, yeah. He didn't say a thing. He just did it. And then one night we debated Tashin Humbo, which is the 4th great Galupi, Panchen Lama's monastery. We debated them in public. and he defended. And he was defending the existence of non-existence. And he didn't talk much, ever. And he was up there, and he was like a tiger, you know. And nobody could, all the other Tashi Lumbo guys, one by one, team by team, they came up, and he just blew them away. Then the abbot stood up. He couldn't stand it. Tashi Lumbo abbot. This is Geshe Tutu Rinpoche's teacher. Okay, the highest tantrika in India, probably. Okay, and the highest logician. And he came up and he fought this guy, and the guy was like, nope, yes, nope, yes, no, no, nope. And then the abbot took his hat off, and he went, said, you beat me, you know. So it doesn't matter how you study, okay? It matters how you help other people. You see what I mean? Then you can do anything, okay? You can lay down and read the book, and you will beat the abbot of Tashi Lumbo. Okay, got it? You will beat all the meditation obstacles if you're just nice to other people. Okay? I want to meditate better. Geshe-la, I want to meditate better. Should I have more green drinks? Or, you know, should I get a different cushion? What's the answer? And I'm not talking compassion. I'm not talking love. I'm not talking bodhicitta. I'm just talking be nice to other people, like normal, nice people, okay? Then your meditation will be awesome. This is possibly the most important thing here, idam. How many times will Geshe-la say that in the next 8 retreats? I don't know. But, okay, this is the greatest condition for good meditation. Okay, more important than a nice place, more important than good friends, okay? Just be nice to other people, okay? You want to improve your meditation? Be more friendly to other people, okay? I'm not good at it. I'm kind of shy, actually. Like on a plane, I never talk to people, and Scott always knows. Scott had 6 stewardesses singing him happy birthday. I couldn't believe it. I was like, but we should try to be more friendly, okay, to other people. It's a good thing, okay? We try to do it, and your meditation will be better. I'm sure his meditation is awesome, okay. Item 15 is try to develop Shishin, right? Shishin, a small part of your mind, which is watching the rest of your mind. Try to monitor the talk going on in your head. Learn to listen to the talk going on in your head as if you were inside another person's head. You see what I mean? Pretend you're not yourself. And just listen to what you're thinking. You'll be shocked. You know, I hope Ben Kramer falls off the throne today because his explanations are so good, you know. And then you're like, wait, you know, but you have the thought, but you don't hear it. You see what I mean? Thoughts come up and you don't know you're thinking them, right? So learn to look at your mind as if you were entering from another person, as if you're another person listening to Geshe-la's thoughts. Try to imagine how it would sound to your students if they could know how you think. You know, they would all run back to China. You know? Okay, so try the 6th condition of meditation, of good meditation, is day to day, hour to hour. Try to get used to listening to what your mind's saying and try to correct it, try to fix it, okay? Don't be in the thoughts, watch the thoughts, got it? It's a difference. Learn to do the difference, okay? That's the 6th condition of a good meditator. We got 5 more minutes, right, Tim? Am I right? Okay. Item 16. We're about to do the 5 problems of meditation, classic problems of meditation. Everybody has them. The great yogis, the great meditators, for 2,500 years, they made a list of the top 5 meditation problems that everybody has. And there are how many solutions? 8. The DCI people here, I think you're appreciating how much of DCI comes from Lamrim. You see? So these teacher training programs, DCI, Lamrim Meditation Guide, ACI Course Teacher Guide, ACI Meditation Studio, Masters, they're all going to overlap in different places, okay? If you go to the DCI level 3, you know all this stuff already, okay? So there will be things that overlap, and there will be things that don't overlap, okay? All right, 16. So we're going to start the 5 great problems of meditation. First one is the worst one. He said, I don't feel like, okay? He's like, I'll start tomorrow, okay? It's like a diet, I'm going to start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to start a green drink thing, So today I can eat anything. And then tomorrow is today, right? Tomorrow. So you can eat tomorrow also anything you want because tomorrow's the day after. This is my churro logic, right? This is churro logic, okay? Your mind is unbelievable. So do it today, okay? Just do it today. Yoga, don't wait for tomorrow. I almost got out of class today, but she saw me, so. But don't put things off for tomorrow. It's a bad habit, okay? Do things today, all right? Just do it today. Learn to do it today. If you want to be good at something, do it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't make some plan for next week, okay? Start today. Do something today. Very few times have I sat down on the meditation cushion and not meditated. It's happened. Like I decided to get up and eat Cheerios or something instead. But if you can get your butt on the cushion, the war is almost over. Okay? So don't wait. What's the Lam Rim say about the first meditation problem? Does anybody remember? There's a famous statement that you're supposed to say right now. Before you finish the first meditation problem, explanation, traditionally in the Lam Rim, you're supposed to make a joke. Yeah, okay? If you don't solve this problem, you will never have the other 4. Okay? Okay? Distraction, sleepiness, not taking action, etc. They will never happen, okay? So from the point of view of a meditator, this is the most serious problem. Because if you don't solve it, you will never have the other problems, okay? It's true. Okay, item 17. We're doing good. We have 2 minutes, we have 2 more. Losing the object, what's the picture? She lost her high heel shoe under the bed. Okay, and this means, this often happens to me. I'm meditating on my teacher, and their head turns into a donut. It's like supernatural. I've got this beautiful head, and then the hole forms in the middle, and it's got maple icing on it, and I lost the object, okay? That you just totally lost the meditation object. This is the most basic problem you can have. If losing the meditation object is an important meditation problem, what does that say about an important subject of meditation? Choosing your object, selecting your object, okay? You cannot, it's like you have a telescope, but you don't decide what you want to look at, okay? So meditation is a tool. It's not a goal. The 8 elevator stops are a tool. They're not a goal. You won't get an American breakfast in the 8 elevator stops, okay? All right? So you have to select a meditation object. And if you want to know why it's not possible to meditate without a meditation object, you should ask Professor Nick Lashaw to talk about his famous translation of Nagarjuna, who spent a long time on this question, okay? Because there are people in history who said, there is no object. For a great meditator, there is no object. It's just blank, okay? And Nagarjuna, and Professor Lasha's book by Gyaltsab, you should ask him to teach it in Guadalajara, for example. You should teach that subject, unless you've done it already, I don't know. It's a great section of his book. His book has a great, great section on the wrong viewpoint that you don't need a meditation object. So this second meditation problem implies that you should be choosing an object before you start meditating. Are you going to meditate on your teacher's face? Are you going to meditate on the 6 kinds of suffering? Okay? You got to choose before you close your eyes. Okay? Got it? All right. And then you got to stay on it. Glue your mind to the object. Meditation means the ability to stay on the chosen object. That's what meditation is. Okay, third classic problem. Stanley, what could you say about the second one and the third one that's similar to something you already said? Good. It's impossible to have meditation problem number 3 if you never put your mind on the object. Well, I guess it is possible. I'm looking at Kramer. He always finds it's true. But anyway, when you get the object in your mind, okay, you're focusing on the teacher, then we talk about quality. What's the quality of your meditation? Is it sharp? Is it bright? What's the classic DCI example of a good state of meditation is compared to? Huh? Making out is good. Kissing your girlfriend. But I like to say movie. Yeah. Okay? You go to the movies, in America, it's 2 things. You're watching a movie and you're eating, which Americans do with everything. And so popcorn is a big part of a movie for an American. So all during the movie, you can see people. A lot of people like me, they're like, then the guy meets the girl about 10 minutes into the movie, and they don't like each other, right? They hate each other. And then, they get stuck in a spaceship together, and they're going to die. And then they start to like each other. And then they do the kiss thing. The music goes up like dun, 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 and they're going. The 2 heads are coming together. Then everyone in the theater, the popcorn's here. That's meditation. Okay? That's real meditation. That's what you want. That feeling at that moment. Nobody's like this. Everyone's like perfect Vairocana, meditation 8 posture, Okay? Because they're interested, okay? So real meditation mind is interested. And this is sexy. This is wow. Okay? Then you're meditating, okay? It's not like this. That's not meditation. Like this. That's just drugged out. That's like you're having jet lag from Guangzhou. Okay? This is meditation. Okay? Or you're listening to your favorite rock and roll song. Or you're reading your favorite book. Okay? Or you're making out with your boyfriend. You're not like have any other object in your mind at that moment, I hope. Okay? So anyway, busy mind or sleepy mind you don't have. Okay? That's the third problem. Busy mind, basically thinking about something else during meditation. Sleepy mind, you could be on the object, but you're dull. It's not clear. The mind is gray. Okay, got it? Third enemy of meditation. All right then. Hector? Shimpuki Geshe Michael Niraminshi Nindeke Bali Sangye Shindu Mingte Uari Doku Namda Shinla Jupasho Inam Gulurana Nagunyatayani Diyogun Sanam Yeshe Sotoshin Sanam Yeshe Nechuhe Nambakuni Tobasho. Could you go back to that last picture? Sorry. Somebody tell me why this is a perfect meditation for picture for problem number 3. Oh, I salute you. I found a photo that had both problems in the same photo. Okay, she's distracted. She's supposed to be reading her book, so she's the one extreme. And then he's sleepy. So you got busy mind and sleepy mind in the same photo. Sanskrit word samapati, samapati, right? Viatikranta samapati, what's that? Over the top meditation. We're going to do it tonight, okay? But samapati means, is one of the many Sanskrit words for meditation. What's it mean? Nyombar jupa, balanced, balanced. The word for meditation is balance in Sanskrit. Between what and what? Okay, we should have put a third guy between them, who's like this with the popcorn. Okay, you want to be between these two. And you don't want to lean one way and you don't want to lean the other way. Okay, you don't want to be sleepy and you don't want to be busy. You want to be bright. Okay, got it? It's a great picture if I do say so. Okay, it took a while to find. Okay, all right. Any announcements?
So our next class is going to be at 7:15. And we have a project. Venerable Jigme and Venerable Upala work on the transcripts where they transcribed all the classes that Geshe Michael has done. And a lot of the students utilize them, to review it. We also, I know Connie taught me how to do this. We actually put all the transcripts on our computers and then using the Gopher program, which the translator used, to look up all the stuff that John Brady's team has put into the database. We actually use that to search when we're preparing for classes. So we're going through archives of Geshe Michael teachings to be able to pull out everything that was said on various topics. So we need people who would like to transcribe, because it takes a long time, but it's very, very, very valuable. And some people like to do that. I'd like to do it sometimes too. So if you are interested in this, please see Venerable Jigme, not right now, but during a break, because she needs to take off, or email Venerable Upala.